Joao Felix wants to leave Atletico Madrid in January, and United is attentive to the situation of Joao Felix. Remember, in the summer, United really had an interest in Joao Felix, but obviously a bid that was made was rejected. Then secondly, we are talking about a man who goes by the names of Diogo Costa. He's a goalkeeper of FC Porto. If at all you watched that game of FC Porto where they beat Leverkusen by 3-0 in Germany, you saw that goal he really put up, he set up when he really hit that ball from his area and it found the left attacking midfielder of a team which goes by the name of FC Porto. Then he cut inside and really scored it, meaning that the assist went to him, and that is the man who goes by the name of Diogo Costa. So those are the two stories we're going to talk about. Smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, go into the lower right bottom corner and smash the subscription button. After smashing it, hit the notification bell. That will enable you get notified each and every time I upload a video onto this channel. Now today is really a Friday. United won yesterday by 1-0. It was Scott McTominay scoring the late winner. Today Erik ten Hag has really come out and really talked about the press conference. Has really had a press conference ahead of the Newcastle game at Old Trafford, and obviously he has gone ahead to really talk a lot of things and the United players that are really going to return. And there is a little bit of some injury boost, and I'm going to come live. I think the next 1 or 2 hours we are going to discuss that that press conference of Newcastle live on this channel, and I'll be eager to have you live on this channel. So get your notifications on. You won't miss out on things that are really going to be broadcasted to you here live onto the United Media, the United Matters channel. Now, obviously, we are playing Newcastle on Sunday, and it's going to be a very big game, but we can't wait to see how these players are really going to go ahead and take it on. But obviously, allow me show you what we are really into. Now today, we have the story coming in from a side which goes by the names of Bola coming in from Portugal, and Sports Witness has really reported this story. They've told us that Joao Felix wants to leave Atletico Madrid in January, and Manchester United are one of the clubs attentive to his situation. Now, when you look at Joao Felix, he joined this club in 2019, according to me, according to what I know, and he really played very well at a side which goes by the names of Atletico Madrid. But I think this manager at a side which goes by the names of Atletico Madrid doesn't really have a system that really exposes the best attributes and talent of a man who goes by Joao Felix. To me, I believe Joao Felix really has a lot to offer to the game of football than what he's really having right now at a side which goes by the names of Atletico Madrid. Having gone 3 years down his contract, Atletico Madrid, they bought him close to 130 million euros from a side which goes by the names of Benfica. He feels like it's now time for him to walk out of Atletico Madrid and go in January. And with their deteriorating form, that in the Champions League they are really performing very badly, you can't really blame this guy, and he's here trying to make a statement that really want to go out and leave. To me, I believe Joao Felix came in onto the limelight at the age of 18, and he was bought from Benfica at a very huge amount of money. I believe that talent is there, but the problem is him and his agent made a bad choice for the club they are going to. If at all they really went to Barcelona, if at all they went to Real Madrid, maybe Man City, I think he would have been a more different player right about now. Now, let me ask you, for the years you've seen Diego Simeone coach a side which goes by Atletico Madrid, which player has he improved? One thing that Atletico Madrid players are good at is running off the park and really using a lot of intensity and physicality. That's what Diego Simeone does, and I don't believe that these players are really loving it. Way back when his assistant had not left, when each and every time Diego Simeone was really thrown off the bench and suspended for a game and his assistant came in through, you saw that Atletico Madrid would play a very expansive game, and the build-up was good, tiki-taka football, because they have the players that are really good at it. But when Diego Simeone comes in, it's a different story altogether. So Diego Simeone is the culprit of Atletico Madrid's pragmatic play of football, because they play pragmatic football. And a player like Joao Felix might have been opened his eyes by Haaland's recent move to side which goes by the names of Man City, because Haaland in just how many games? 9 games in the league, 3 in 12 games, he has 20 goals, and Joao Felix is a more talented player and more of a finisher than a player who goes by the name of Erling Haaland. And obviously, this is really going to lead him to go out and really say, I want to leave this club and go out to another club that is really so much focused onto what I want to play all about. But which clubs can go in for Joao Felix? 1. Manchester United has been talked about. But if at all you are telling Manchester United that this guy is going out in January and United attentive to him, I doubt whether in January we can go in for such a move in January. Amidst Erik ten Hag searching in for centre forward, I believe it has a lot to do with what we call the amount of money and budget available, because we've been told that sorry about that. We've been told on several occasions that United don't have money to spend in the January transfer window, and if at all money was there, I doubt that United would have gone in for a player who would cost them close to £85 million, because I believe that is Joao Felix's price at a side which goes by the names of Atletico Madrid. If they are to go ahead and really sell him from the club and really take him to the next level, he wants to go out there. So January and Joao Felix joining Manchester United, that's out. But if at all you told me that in the summer maybe United can go in for Joao Felix, I know they can't go in for him, because United always are remarkable and known for signing high-profile players, and Joao Felix is one for the future, and he's really a young lad because he is having 22 years of age only, and I believe Ten Hag would like to get a centre-forward who is like Joao Felix, because Joao Felix will help you thrice. He can play as a centre-forward, he can play on either attacking flanks of the wide areas of the pitch, so he's really a very good player, and obviously having him and coming in for Ronaldo, I think it's better, and he can as well play together with Anton Martial as they lead the line together. So he's really a very good player, talented, and I really love what his skill set involves, and obviously his tool is really full and ready to come in and do the needful. But in January, I doubt whether United can do anything, but United is full of surprises, you get? We are full of surprises, and because we had a story that maybe the Glazers are willing to sell this player, are willing to sell the club of Manchester United, they might go out there and bring in more high-profile players to see to it that, to convince the buyers that we are leaving a team that is really having stars. Can you get us £9 billion? Because it said that they are really wanting between 7 and £9 billion to sell United. So I believe United being attentive to his situation, that is Joao Felix, I think it's a very good move. But obviously, can we get that move really onto action in January? I doubt. And if at all he wants to move out in January, that means he wants to go to a team that is playing in Champions League football, because right now, even if you've been playing in a certain Champions League team, even if they buy you in January, you can continue to play. So obviously, teams like Real Madrid, who are really need of a centre forward, can go in for him, but I doubt whether they can cross from Atletico Madrid to Real Madrid, because already there is bad blood between those two teams. Maybe a team like Chelsea can go in for him because they really need a centre forward. In Aubameyang only, it's not enough. PSG can go in and move in for him. Reason being, Kylian Mbappe was promised to be playing behind a lethal and world-class centre-forward, and maybe Joao Felix can come in and really do that job very well. So for Joao Felix, I believe a deal can be made in the summer, but not in January for Manchester United. But you never know what United really does, because no one knew that United could spend close to £160 million on two players, that is Anthony and Casemiro, in just a nick of time. So that is a side who goes by the names of Joao Felix. Now, after Joao Felix, we have a story coming in from Noticasia Navarra. They are telling us that Manchester United are leading the race to sign FC Porto goalkeeper Diogo Costa. United have been watching him for some time and increasingly seeing him as David De Gea's replacement next summer. So, Diogo Costa is really a very elite goalkeeper, very elite, and I believe he's a good shot stopper. 23 years of age only. At that age, the goalkeeper is really having a lot of things to learn. But the big question is, what is running in Erik ten Hag's mind? That's the most important thing altogether, because we might be here talking about Diogo Costa, yet David De Gea is improving left, right, and center, and obviously David De Gea is one of the most improved players in that Erik ten Hag side, and he's really playing very well. His ball distribution is on point. He really moves on very well and does everything well, and the way he really gets off his line of the goal to go on and really do those sweeper jobs is really immense. And by the end of the season, we are really going to see whether Ten Hag will go in and really do the needful to bring in another goalkeeper or not, because they're already having two, Dave Vrevka and Tom Heaton at Manchester United, and the coming in of Diogo Costa will depend on David De Gea's improvement at the end of the season. I've liked one thing about this story, that they've been really exact that David De Gea's replacement next summer, and obviously David De Gea will be left with 1 year on his contract, I think, by the end of next summer, and obviously United will be looking in whether to really extend it or not extend it. But David De Gea has been so much vocal about his contract at Manchester United and said he really wants to stay. And I believe Ten Hag won't really let him go. He's really showing improvement, playing very well, and he's really acting as a very good reference point onto the fourth line of defense for the Manchester United side. But Diogo Costa is really an interesting goalkeeper, and maybe, you never know, Ten Hag might go in for him and tell him, please, I want you to be part of my team at Manchester United. I want you to go on toe with toe on David De Gea and see whether you can come in and really dislodge him out of the starting spot of Manchester United. But the coming in of Diogo Costa will depend on how David De Gea adjusts to that sweeper goalkeeper role that Erik ten Hag is so much involved in about and interested in, that can help him perfect the way he really wants to play his Ten Hag ball, especially as a Dutch manager. But very good goalkeeper, that's it. Promising young Portuguese, and the crop of Portuguese players at Manchester United might really spearhead this to bring him at Manchester United, because maybe David De Gea is earning a lot of money and the club would be willing to pay him that amount of money. But let's wait and see what Ten Hag decision is going to be, because he came out and told the board that no one should be given a new contract right now. It's me to really go ahead and give it a go. Ten Hag wants to use this World Cup break to go ahead and really weigh into these players and see who deserves a new contract and who doesn't. And obviously, you've seen, because of that statement put out there, you've seen players like Marcus Rashford putting in performances that are really so much good to convince the manager that, please, you should get me a new contract because I'm really playing very well. And it's good to see that these players are really getting new contracts, and obviously we're waiting to see what the manager is going to do and who is really going to be given a new contract or not, because it's going to be dependent on Erik ten Hag, the current manager of Manchester United. So guys, your reactions are welcome into the comment section below about United attentive to Joao Felix's situation. They really want to sign him, and remember, his bid was the bid made to Atletico Madrid was turned down in the summer. That shows you that United keenly wanted this player, and Erik ten Hag had given the ball a go to go in and bring in a striker or a centre forward. He says, Erik ten Hag, in his words, that whether Ronaldo goes or stays, he really wants a third centre forward at Manchester United. He wants to be having a squad with 3 centre forwards. That is Erik ten Hag for you. Now, your reactions on Diogo Costa coming in at Manchester United, as United is really monitoring him and he's playing for FC Porto. And rumor has it that United really sent scouts outside there, I think via the weekend, to go on and watch him play, plus another FC Porto player. Is he a central midfielder or a centre forward? One of those, but they sent their scouts to Porto to see how these 2 players are really playing, and they want to go ahead and really maybe make a double swap for those players and join United in the summer of 2023. So guys, I sign out for now. See you later, but smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, lower right bottom corner and do the needful and smash the subscription button and hit the notification bell that will enable you get notified each and every time I upload a video onto this channel. Now, the Almighty Lord, I'm handing him over to you. May him protect you abundantly throughout the night. Rokan David is my name. I sign out for now. See you later, my mates.